This is the Renault Twizy, an electric car like no other. And that's because it's not actually a car. Officially, it's classified as a quadricycle. Renault announced the Twizy concept back in 2009, and at the time, no one believed they'd actually make it. But here we are in April 2012, and you can actually buy the Twizy right now. So let's take a look at it. The Twizy is powered by a small 7 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery pack, has a range of 62 miles, and takes 3.5 hours to recharge. It uses a 17 brake horsepower electric motor, does a maximum of 50 miles per hour, and prices start at £6,690. Batteries, however, are not included. You'll have to take part in Renault's mandatory battery hire scheme of £45 per month over a 60-month period if you actually want to drive it. Inside, the word minimal springs to mind. There's space for a driver, and if you're willing to slide the seat forward, you can just about fold a passenger into the rear compartment. You get a stereo, some cubby holes, a Parrot hands-free system, an airbag, and that's about it. Even the doors are an optional extra. But forget all that. The only way to find out how good this is to take it out onto a track where it belongs. Kinda. Okay, first impressions of the Twizy. Not very fast. 17 horsepower isn't a lot. And it's not very quiet either. There's a definite whine from the motor. So the myth about electric cars being silent, let's put that one to bed straight away, shall we? There's a kind of a woo as you accelerate. Coming off the bends. The body stays fairly flat. But the overriding impression is that there's no give in the suspension. I'm kind of feeling every single bump. Even the pebbles I can feel are running up my spine. As we go over these bumps here, yeah, that kind of reinforces the point I was making about there being no give in the suspension at all. But I don't feel bad in this thing. I feel really exposed. I can dangle my arm out the window. The door panels feel really thin. Goodness knows what would happen if I was to actually crash or have an accident with someone T-boning me. Let's get ourselves on this track and see what this baby can do. Not an awful lot. 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 50 miles an hour, 51, down a slight hill, 52. And down to 50 when we level out. That's not that fast. Let's push it. Oh, and down the hill it feels really quick actually. That's a lot of fun. But then as you go up the hill, it slows right down. Let's let this Porsche go by. Show off. Let's see if we can keep up with him for a little while. No chance. Nope, he's gone. The Porsche is gone. We'll see how it copes on the turn here. Quite a bit of understeer. The tyres do want to scrub, and as we come up to the hill, it slows right down. Look, 35, 34, 32, 31, 30. Well, then there's a downhill section, 34, 36, 39. It is like being in a roller coaster. Okay, back up to 44 and then up the hill again. 34, 32, 29, 28. We've lost about 15, 20 miles an hour just going up the hill there. My foot has been flat the whole time, by the way. But back down again, there's that roller coaster experience. And the brakes, they do want to lock up when you stomp on them, but... And here we go over the jump. Okay, that's not a jump. I'm getting butterflies in my stomach from actually driving this thing so fast around Millbrook. Do you know what? It is a very basic car in terms of its handling ability and its performance, but there's so much fun to be had with it from throwing it around. You couldn't push a normal car to its limits on a circuit without risking life and limb, but with this you kind of know where you are at all times. Pretty much nowhere, and that kind of adds to the fun. You've got to try and carry the speed through as many corners as possible And if you do manage it, it's really rewarding, really enjoyable. I didn't expect to like the Twizy, but I've got to say, I want one.